Welcome to English Literature, the book First Flight, Poems. The first poem, Dust of Snow by Robert Lee Frost. Let us see something about the poet. Robert Lee Frost was an American poet. His work was initially published in England before it was published in America. He was born on March 26, 1874, San Francisco, and died on January 29, 1963, Boston. He died of heart attack. His wife, Eleanor Miriam White, his parents, William Prescott Frost and Isabella Moody. His children, Carol Frost, Leslie Frost Ballantyne, Eleanor Bettina Frost, Irma Frost, Elliot Frost, Marjorie Frost. His poems, now see, these are not the only poems, he has written a lot many. First poem, My Butterfly. Road not taken, stopping by the woods on a snowy evening, nothing gold can stay, fire and ice. Awards, Robert Frost Medal, Pulitzer Prize for Poetry, United States Poet Laureate, Bollinger Prize, and many more. Let us see about the poem. Dust of Snow. This poem was first published as Favor in the London Mercury in December 1920. It was later reprinted as Snow Dust in the Yale Review in January 1921. Then it was collected in the New Hampshire in 1923. We have the poem now. By Robert Frost, Dust of Snow. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I'd rued. See the poem. The way a crow shook down on me. Me, children, refers to, the first person narration, the poet himself. He says, on his way back from home or work or from somewhere he was coming, on his way, a crow, he was standing under a tree and there was a crow. And the crow shook down on him dust of snow. Dust of snow is, children, small particles of snow. It is not said or shown whether the crow was flying or whether the crow shook his shoulder or body, but it did shake, and that resulted in the falling of snow on the poet. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. Now the way the snow fell on the poet, he became very happy. It brought instant joy to the poet. He says, has given my heart a change of mood. Now let us see his mood. He was not happy when he came and stood under the tree or the opening scene. But then the falling of the snow instantly changed his mood and saved some part of a day he had already ruined, or he was regretting for the day spent. The day is not over. He had spent a part of the day. He was returning from somewhere. On the way where he was standing, he stood under a hemlock tree and there was a crow and it shook its feather or body or something which is not mentioned, and that resulted in the falling of snow on the poet. And that made him happy. So he is now no more regretting the day or the part of the day that he did ruin or that he had, spent uselessly, feeling regretted. Now he is happy for the next half of the day. So let us see the poem again. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I'd rued. There were a few words. These are the meaning of the words that we read. Shook, past tense of shake. Shake means to tremble or vibrate. We have hemlock, a highly poisonous European plant of the parsley family with a purple spotted stem, fern-like leaves, small white flowers, and an unpleasant smell. Rude, bitterly regret something one has done or allowed to happen and wish it undone. We have the summary and explanation of the poem. The poet in the poem has stressed upon the healing power of nature. From a bad mood to ill health, there is nothing that cannot be cured by nature. The poet was experiencing one such bad day when a crow's movement near a hemlock tree dusted snow upon him. The snow instantly makes him happier. The supremacy of nature makes him realize how petty his problem was. The hemlock tree and the crow are signifiers of sadness and gloom, just as the poet's mood was in the opening scene when he came to the tree. Here, the poet has beautifully used the crow and the hemlock tree to portray that inauspicious things can bring joy and happiness. In our life, children, we see there are a lot many things which people say, the society, or makes us believe in a way that they are not good or they bring ill things or ill omen. But many a times we get held by those things. Here also in the poem, it is shown how the poet instantly feels very happy because of the snow, the falling of snow on his body. Now, theme. Every poem has a theme, or you can say the central idea. Here also, the themes are as follows: communication between nature and humans, nature's healing and helping people with negative human emotions, the significance of small natural events. The poem shows the human complexity and animal simplicity in a compact symbolic form. From a bad mood to ill health, there is nothing that cannot be cured by nature. Sometimes, seemingly insignificant natural events do bring about a change. Being outdoors in the nature with all its unpredictability can benefit anyone, anywhere, and anytime. Then the literary devices. Every poem has. This poem is also giving us a few devices. Enjambment. Each line runs into the next. You can see in the example the way a crow shook down on me. After crow, there is no full stop. The line doesn't end there but jumps on to the second line and continues. This is enjambment, where even though the line doesn't end in the first line, or is if there's no full stop and it continues the next line, it is called enjambment. Then we have irony. A creature linked with negative aspects of life should become a bringer of positive change. With reference to the poem, it is irony, a thing which brings contrast, as you can see here. The crow and the hemlock tree are usually signifiers of gloom, but here they are used as the harbinger of joy and happiness. Irony, children, is a situation where we see a contrast. A creature linked with negative aspects of life should become a bringer of positive change. So that was with reference to the crow and the hemlock tree. Then we have alliteration. It is the repeating the same consonant sound in the nearby words. Examples: has given my heart and saved some path. This has and heart, the same H sound. So it is an example of alliteration. Again, saved some. So sound you get. So it is alliteration. Alliteration, children, are used mostly when we speak about, when we talk about tongue twisters. The rhyming scheme of the poem: the way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. The end of each line, let us see the rhyming scheme, the pattern. The way a crow. Now we see crow rhymes with snow. So it is A. Me rhymes with tree. So the scheme comes as AB. Okay, children, thank you for watching.